Chez, is there an easy part of what you do?
Easy. I guess sometimes it feels easy, and then sometimes it feels really tough, but I wouldn't ever call it easy.
What if it gets close to being really, really comfortable, really, really good? What does that necessarily feel like?
You know, I guess you feel like you have complete control of the golf ball and what you're trying to do out there, and realizing you really don't have total control. It's just, you're in a groove and everything's kind of flowing, and your tempo's great and you're getting good bounces. When you kind of just miss it a little bit, it'll kick it back online, and I guess that's kind of what makes it feel easy.
To me, when I look at really good players like yourself, I would imagine when you're on, you almost have to talk yourself out of shots because you can take anything on. What does it feel like to feel the opposite, that you don't feel like taking stuff on?
Yeah, so, and that's kind of what I've learned now that I'm older and I've been on tour for a while. When I was younger, I was just firing at every flag stick all day long, every day, and sometimes it'd work out, sometimes it wouldn't. And now as I've gotten older, I've realized, the smarter play, when you aim fat side of the green, just hit it in the middle of the green, give yourself a look. If you do that over and over and over again, that's when you really produce good results.
Elevation of nervousness, and great players will say that it could happen simultaneously. It could just occur. Do you feel nervous early in the week of a tournament, or does it just simply depend on the event?
No, I'd say I feel Thursday morning I'm nervous. You're warming up, and whether you're hitting it great or not, you're kind of trying to run through your head, okay, what's the course going to be like? What's this shot going to play like? And you can overwhelm yourself, and it makes you nervous. And you get on the tee, you're nervous. But once you hit a couple shots and you get the round going, you kind of just fall into the flow of the round, and you kind of just take it as it goes.
Is it fun in the middle of it, or is it only fun when it's over?
I enjoy every minute of it.
You do?
Yeah, I really do. I have learned how to become comfortable being uncomfortable. So I know it's a very, high intensity, pressure packed situation, but I really enjoy it. I mean, that's why I practice so hard. That's why we play. I play so much because I want to be in that feeling. And once I get into that, it's like, okay, I'm uncomfortable. It's like, okay, this is exactly where we want to be. That means I'm doing my job.
Hal Sutton told me this, and I'm curious as to whether you believe it. He said, you can't turn a weakness into a strength, but you can make it an asset. Do you buy that?
Yeah, I do. I'm never going to be a guy, my weakness is my distance off the tee. Yeah. I'm never going to show up and all of a sudden start, hitting it by Rory and Bryson. That's just not who I am. If I do that, I'll probably be hitting it in the trees, and I'm going to lose a lot of other stats that are very important for me to play well. That doesn't mean I can't have minor gains, but distance is never going to be my strength. My strength is going to be fairways and greens and putting. Those are going to be my strength.
It's interesting to me as far as salvaging rounds. Did you have to acquire the mental ability to not check out? Was that something you were always good at, or have you simply gotten better at it as you've gotten a little bit older?
Yeah, that was fortunately something I never had to address. I was always a guy that, if I shot 75 or 76 or 80, you knew it wasn't going to be 81. Like, I maximized every single day. That's just, the way I was raised. That's just the way I've always been. So that's never been an issue. But not losing my temper was an issue, and getting frustrated at the time, which maybe didn't help. So I never checked out, but maybe sometimes I got too angry and couldn't focus on, playing the next hole better than I played the last.
When you get in contention, do you have to remind yourself of certain things, and if so, what are they?
I think when I get in contention, I can get too excited, if it makes sense, and that can pull me out of kind of my mental area where I play my best golf, because I really enjoy it. And golf can beat you up so much that when you have a chance to win and when you are in contention, it's very easy to get overly excited. So I try and, have the lows not be too low and have the highs not be too high. I try and stay in that middle ground because I know that's where I play my best golf.
You've played with and against the best players in the world. Is there anybody in particular, or even a couple players, that you have gotten preoccupied looking at the way that they do things?
Well, Tiger, obviously. Yeah. But not as much. I'd say Rory McIlroy. I could sit and watch him hit golf balls on the range all day long. I just love the way he swings a golf club, the way he just enjoys playing golf. He works his butt off and enjoys every minute of it. There's just so many. Louis Oosthuizen's another guy. You watch him swing a golf club. It's awesome. And I learned from all these guys. I played the U.S. Open at Pebble on Saturday with Rory and Sunday with Brooks Koepka, and Brooks was trying to win the third in a row. And I learned so much watching these guys play on the weekend. And unfortunately, I was playing well, so I, paid enough attention to myself to play well. But I just learned that, how they attacked a golf course on a major on the weekend.
It's just you, and it's a meritocracy. You go play. How well you play dictates your result. Do you ever feel like you're playing for more than just yourself?
Yeah, always. I think everybody has their why. Like, why do I play? I play to, take care of my family. I play to, just play golf and compete. I love just to compete even at home for $100. And so I think, you have your own self-motivations, but if you really look at it, you're motivated, you're playing for your parents, you're playing, for your coaches, you're playing for your trainers, everybody's working hard to try and help me become better. And so I want to go out there and do that.
When you get home and you sit down with your wife, and I'm sure Maverick is right at your feet, do you spend a lot of time reflecting on what you've done during the day, or do you let it go?
I think when I'm playing my best golf, when I leave the golf course, it's done. I'm at home, I'm present, I'm doing whatever with my wife and the dog and hanging out with the family. I think when I start to struggle, I start to overanalyze, and that's when I find myself sitting on the couch thinking about, what did I do today? What do I need to do better tomorrow? I think some of that is good, but there definitely needs to be that, that break to where it's like, okay, there's no more golf today. Today I'm going to sit and we're going to watch The Voice, or, I'm going to be present and watch this movie. I'm not going to be daydreaming about, all the bogeys I made this afternoon.
We're lucky, you and I both, to represent the best brand in the game when it comes to the way that you look. What does Peter Millar mean to you?
Peter Millar, with me, it's been like family. From day one, I just felt like I was a part of the family, and it was, whatever you need to play your best golf, to look your best. Obviously, when I feel like I look good, I seem to play better. When I'm happy with the way I feel, and it's not just look, but it's functionality as well. All their clothes, everything has a purpose. So it's if I need a vest, if I need a, outerwear, if I need a rain jacket, they've provided everything for me and made it so it fits perfectly for me. So it's something I don't even have to think about. It's just, I know I have what I need, and I can just focus on golf and, everything I'm trying to achieve there, and, and share it with them as well.
If we sit down here a year from now, and whether you've written it down or it's right up here, you're going to be pleased, satisfied, and proud of yourself if you've done what in the next 12 months?
Next 12 months, definitely be winning another golf tournament and getting back in the top 30 in the world. Those are my two main goals, and obviously one win isn't going to do it. So it's going to be winning golf tournaments, but it's going to be contending on a week in and week out basis. That's what would help me get back into the top 30.
It's good to be with you always.
Thanks. Good to be here.